Today, we're going to walk through a CRM workflow, starting from List of Opportunity and moving all the way to the task board. An opportunity can represent a customer who contacted you or a potential sale that you are working on. You can also customize or create your own stages depending on how your sales process works. To learn how to configure these stages, watch our previous tutorial, where we explained how to configure the setup page. To watch that tutorial, click the card above. In CRM, you have two ways to view your opportunities, as a list or as a board. This is the list of opportunity where you can view all registered opportunities. In the main menu, if you go to Opportunities board, you can see those same opportunities organized into columns, forming a board. On the board, you can move an opportunity from one closing probability column to another. For example, here I moved the opportunity from qualified lead to demo scheduled. If I want to move it back to qualified lead, I can simply drag it back to that column. So you can move opportunity cards to any column you want. On the other hand, in Opportunity List, you cannot move opportunities by dragging and dropping them. Now let's add a new opportunity in CRM. You can do this either from List of Opportunity or from Opportunities board. It's up to you. Click New in the top right corner of the page. After clicking, you'll fill out the new opportunity with all the necessary information. First, select the customer who contacted you. When you select the customer, the opportunity name field automatically copies the customer's name, but you can also enter a different name if you prefer. Next, select the sales representative. Then select the contact linked to the customer who is negotiating with you. Now select the closing probability. This field can be customized on the setup page. In this example, I'm going to choose negotiation. Next, choose a sales stage, which can also be customized on the setup page. In this example, I'm also going to select negotiation. Here you can define a value for this opportunity, but this field is not required. You can also define the closing date for this opportunity with both the date and time. Finally, if you want to add a description, you can fill out this field down here. After that, just click Save to continue. Here's the registered opportunity. When you click these three dots, you'll see a few options, such as Go to Opportunity, Go to Customer, Quick Edit, and Delete. In Quick Edit, you can change any information that was added when the opportunity was registered. You also have the option to delete this opportunity. Before we go to the customer page linked to this opportunity, let's open the page of the opportunity we've just created where you can keep track of it. And this is the opportunity page. From here, you can track all activities related to this opportunity. Below, you'll find a few tabs, including bundles, which we'll cover later. In Activities, you'll find the tasks and notes created for this opportunity. So, let's say you want to create a task to confirm or align something related to this opportunity. You can click New here, inside the Activities section. This helps make sure the task or note is properly linked to the opportunity you are working on. The sales opportunity and customer fields are automatically filled in. The same thing happens when we add notes. To create a task, first enter a finish date. This field is not mandatory, then add a title. By default, the task title is filled in automatically with the same name as the opportunity, but you can change it if needed. Select the stage for this task. The sales opportunity field is already linked to this opportunity, as well as the customer field. After that, select the contact. Then, select the sales representative. Finally, you can add a description for this activity. After that, click Save. Here's the task we've just created, and it is directly related to this opportunity. Now let's create a note too. When we click New here, the note is automatically linked to this opportunity. You can also change the title of your note. It will still be visible in the Activities section of your opportunity. Select the contact. Then select the sales representative. Adding a note is required here. After that, click Save. Done. Our note is now visible on this opportunity page. By clicking History, you can track both tasks and notes. In Customer Orders, you can track all orders related to the customer linked to this opportunity. By clicking the eye icon, you can navigate to this order page. You can also track mailings. In Logan Tracker, you can track when the customer logged into your website. Now, I'll show you how to add bundles. Bundles are useful when your opportunity is related to a sale. They allow you to add all the bundles the customer is interested in directly to the opportunity. But if your opportunity is not related to a sale, you do not need to add bundles. You can select as many available bundles and slabs as your customer needs. I'm going to select a few bundles for this opportunity so we can visualize it better. Then click Continue and save it in the top right corner of the page when you're finished. Done. The materials are now listed here. If this customer decides to turn this opportunity into an order, you can click Create Order. After clicking, select the materials you want to include. You can select some or all of them depending on your negotiation. Then click Create Order. Now that the order for these bundles has been created, notice that the opportunity is linked to the order. You can access it by clicking its name up here. By clicking Items Details, you can view the bundles that were added in the previous step. You can also add more bundles or delete them if needed. There is also another possibility. You can create an order or open an existing one and link an opportunity to that order. By clicking Link to Opportunity, you can connect the order to an existing opportunity in CRM. In Create Opportunity, you can create a new one and link it to this order. Fill out the fields and click Save. Now the order is linked to a new opportunity. You can access it at any time through this order link. Below the opportunity name, you can see whether it is linked to an invoice, as well as the order creation date and the last update. Now going back to the opportunity board, let's access the customer page. Click Go to Customer. This is the customer linked to the opportunity. Here you can see the customer information. Below you can track the activities, documents, login, and mail related to your customer. In Activities, you'll find tabs for tasks, notes, emails, calls, and meetings. You can create these activities and link them to any customer registered in your system. You can create them using the New button, or you can use the CRM Tools menu in the top right corner of the system header. Here you can create tasks and link them to any opportunity related to your customer. Each activity has its own registration button in the CRM Tools menu. Fill out the required fields and click Save to continue. I'm speeding up this part of the video because most activity fields are very similar. Only a few fields change, such as finish date, task stage, or sales opportunity. If you want to relate emails or calls to one of your customers' opportunities, you can use the same title to help identify them later inside the opportunity board. All right, here you can see the meetings scheduled for this customer. The same applies to calls, emails, notes, and tasks. You can see the date, time, title, description, and the contact assigned to each activity. In History, you can view all these activities listed together. In Sales Opportunities, you can track all opportunities related to this customer, including the status, date, time, contact, and description. You can also edit them, delete them, or mark them as done. In Dashboard, you'll be able to see data related to this customer's sales, the top sold materials, and order per month, with a chart to help you visualize the data. Down below, you'll find this customer's orders where you can see whether each order is delivered, not delivered, and consigned. You can also view this customer's pre-orders, pending payments, and payments report where you can analyze the data through this chart. In Mailing, you can see how many emails were sent, how many were viewed, and how many clicks the customer made. You can also download a report with this data as an Excel file. In List of Opportunity, you can also download reports. By clicking Excel Report, you can download all listed opportunities. And this is what the Excel spreadsheet looks like, with everything organized to help you keep control of the opportunities inside your system. You can also filter by one or more opportunities. You can type the opportunity name or use more filters to apply additional filter options. After that, just click Excel Report. Done. Now you have your filtered opportunity inside an Excel file. Here in Opportunity List, you can view the information for all registered opportunities, such as the stage, closing probability, and the estimated value. In the probability column, you can see the percentage assigned to each closing probability configured in Setup. These probability values can appear green or orange. If the opportunity has a closing date, the value appears green. If it does not have a closing date, it appears orange. Now let's access the task board from the main menu. Click CRM, then click Task Board. Here you'll find all the tasks we showed at the beginning of the video. You can create a task from the CRM Tools menu by clicking Register Task. You can also click New here next to the CRM Tools menu. Tasks can also be created inside the Opportunity page or the Customer page. It's up to you to choose which option works best for your workflow. That's it for today. If you want to see how SlabWare can help you organize and grow your stone business, visit slabware.com and schedule a demo today. If you have any questions, our support team is ready to help. Follow the channel, turn on notifications, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. See you in the next tutorial, folks.